Okay, you ready? I think 1,000 hours to be a sweetheart. If it's 10,000 hours, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you.
What the hell? I think you need to give up on the singing.
I'm gonna love you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna love you. Ooh, yeah. Welcome back to Please Don't Cancel Us. Thank you for not canceling us. Happy New Year. Welcome to the show. I have a severe acid reflux, which has been causing me severe burn marks in my throat for the past 3 years. It's been
Cheers to that.
exceptionally debilitating. It's been every 2 weeks of my life. I thought I had a throat cancer. I was sure I was going to die. But it turns out it's just me eating myself alive.
What is wrong with you?
I will never stop drinking rain. So please sponsor us, because I will never stop drinking you, even though you're hurting my insides. I will just medicate.
I think that's a terrible commercial.
It's commercial for rain.
It's a commercial for
Drink rain
It
and then
gives-
medicate.
And then medicate.
It's fine if you use your medication. No, it's not just rain. It was
Well, you also got to understand, this man drinks 340 liters of rain.
that's not a number.
That is a number.
You said 300 to 40.
No, I said 340.
340
Yeah, liters.
liters. Oh, great. So anyway, welcome back to the show. Apparently I drink 340 liters. I drink one rain
Bathes in
every
rain.
single day of my life for the past year. That's hundreds of cans of rain.
Yeah, it's too much.
And
Yes, it's too much.
I also eat like a truck. My diet consists of things that cause acid reflux.
Yeah, I make him steak sandwiches. Very good.
Great.
Very good.
So you've
steak
completely
sandwiches.
forgotten how to podcast. So it's my diet, it's the things that I'm eating, it's the quantity that I'm eating, it's all of these different things. But the thing is, I never thought, you never think, oh, I have severe throat pain.
Prain.
And you never think, oh, I have acid reflux, because I never had any other symptoms of it. I'm still unsure that that's the diagnosis, but if it is, it's
listen.
life-changing. Anyway, welcome back to the show. Happy New Year. I hope that you all had a great year. Blessings to one and blessings to all, and all your dreams are going to come true. You know what's funny, if you think about
What's
it?
funny?
If everyone's dreams came true, we would just be running around an entire earth filled with people that were just rich and famous. And
But I don't think everybody wants
having
to be
sex
rich
with
and
everyone.
famous. I don't think everybody wants to be rich and famous.
I think most people want to be rich.
Yeah, not all though. They want to have like a nice amount of money, but not rich. Not everybody wants to be rich.
What's your definition of rich?
Like wealthy?
Okay, but rich and wealthy are different. That's like saying, what do you consider sweet or sour?
No,
Well,
but listen. Like some people like the simple life, you know.
No. Don't go into an explanation.
Yeah, but
Answer the
then what
question.
do
I
you
asked
want?
you, what do you think is rich? And then you said, wealthy. No.
Rich is like like a couple
Different things.
a couple million, like over 10 million. No, is that rich to you?
I'd say rich is like under 10.
Under 10?
10 million? Yeah, under 10 is
What
is
would
a
you
million.
aspire to have?
Wealth.
Yes, but how much would you be happy with?
How much would I be satisfied, happy?
Like how much do you think
over the
you
moon?
could be like, okay, this is like the life I'm dreaming to live? What would you need?
The life that I dream to live is upwards of like,
Because I don't know if you'd want to be a billionaire because it's too much.
the life that I want to live, I could live with a minimum.
A minimum. Yes, universe, just listen, please. Choose wisely because it's going to happen now.
$40 million.
40 million. Wow.
$40 million.
My brain was like 25.
It's
Would
not
be
enough.
good.
It's
Not enough?
No. If you're planning on having kids, 25 million is not enough, especially in today's day. And age.
Today's day.
It's genuinely like money goes fast, and if you don't know how to manage it, and if you don't know,
Yeah, but if you know how to manage it, you keep making more money, yes?
hopefully.
Yeah, that's the plan.
No, but you're
Batman.
talking about no. Listen. Listen. If I give 95% of the population $40 million,
Yeah,
none of them know what to do with it.
that's true.
and it's going to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're assuming that somebody has made $40 million, they don't have to worry about money because it's just going to keep rolling in.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing about if you give somebody $40 million, you think it's like $40 million is enough that if you don't know what you're doing and you just do like the bare minimum to kind of keep it, you can live a very good life. You can have kids. You don't have to worry about money. They don't have to worry about money.
Yeah.
If you know how to manage money, you know
Yeah.
how to make money, I think you need about 5 to 10 million
But then
to live life.
then-
Like
but
if you're
then it would
constantly making money.
increase, No, then it would just increase.
No, not necessarily. Like if you're making 5 or 10, if you have 5 or 10 million
In the bank or in
no, just in general.
in
In general, like
in
spread
general.
spread amongst everything. Like if you're making a shit ton of money on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
you're just using your own money to live your own lifestyle, and you're
Mhm.
keeping what you have to the
Okay.
side. But if you have 40 million
Yeah.
and you invest 30 million, and then you take 10 million to spend cash,
Yeah.
those investments are going to have a high enough return that
Yeah.
you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. Because like you got to work on like a 4 to 6% basis. So
Yeah.
like if you take, let's do this. Oh my God, that's the first time that I've ever spelled calculator correctly in my entire life.
Are you serious? How
Yeah.
do you normally spell it?
Calculator.
Calculator.
So what is 5% of 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I did 300 million. Is that 30 million? That is 30
I'm very
million.
confused.
30. 1, 2, 3.
Is that 30 million? I'm so confused.
Wait, hold on.
30 million or 3
One.
million?
That's 3 million.
This is 3 million.
That's 30 million. So
5%?
150,000. Wait.
Oh, wow. I'm
One-
getting
One and a-
lost in
one
the
and a half
zeros.
million. 1.5 million. 1,
Mm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1.5 million.
Okay.
So basically, you get a 5% return per
Mhm.
annum, which it means per year, on
Mhm.
$30 million, which means that you're bringing in about $1.5 million a year.
Divided by 12. 1.5 million by 12. By
So
12.
1.5 million divided by 12, you got about 125 grand a month.
Okay.
Now that's gonna sound
That's
like
nice.
a lot of money.
Yes.
However, like you're talking about living this lifestyle that you want to live.
But what is the lifestyle you'd like to live?
Well, think
like
about it.
how far does it go?
Think about it.
Does
Okay,
it go to like buying a car
sh- sh-
whenever you
so
want
you
to buy a
have-
car, or is
you
it
have
like
125,000
Mhm.
a month, right?
Mhm.
So let's say this month you want to go hang out with your rich friends and you want to go skiing,
Mhm.
right? But because you're in a different class of
Yeah.
money now, let's say you spend 20 grand on the accommodation.
Okay. Wow.
It's normal
where
for
are you
this
gonna
bracket.
stay?
For this bracket.
Where would you stay?
So you're spending 20 grand on the accommodation. You're
Mm-hmm.
spending equipment, food, services, maybe private boats or planes, helicopters to fly you
Boats
in or
when
out.
you're going skiing?
Yeah,
Why
Who
are you
knows?
going on a boat when you're skiing?
because you can.
Okay.
Because you have all the money.
Okay.
Anyway, so then you're racking up another like 40 to 50 grand in
Mhm.
food and entertainment.
I don't know
and
what
tickets.
kind of holiday this is.
I don't think you know the life that people live out there when you have this amount of money.
Yeah, but
Because
is
think
that
about it, like
something-
you're gonna go skiing, right? You got $125,000 this month.
Mhm.
So you're gonna basically spend half of that in a week because it's a vacation. The rest of it,
But
you're gonna
listen, like, is it it's like, is that something that's necessary for what you'd like to do?
yeah.
Yeah,
If you're speaking about me,
personally.
right? If I want to go skiing,
Mm-hmm.
and I have $40 million, and I'm getting $125,000 of spending cash every single month, I'm going to the airport in a Rolls Royce.
Fair enough.
I'm getting on a private chartered jet.
Fair
I'm
enough.
flying to the place that I want to fly to. Then I'm
Mhm.
being picked up by another fancy car
Fair
or
enough.
even a helicopter on the tarmac.
I don't trust helicopters.
On the
anymore.
tarmac. And then that helicopter is going to fly me to my private destination surrounded by all my other wealthy friends.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you have $40 million, but then you're in a room of people that have $600 million, $300 million, $1 billion. You're in a different bracket. You're in a different game.
Yeah.
And these people are spending different amounts of money. So all of a sudden, your check for the bill, your
Your
bill for the food per meal is like $6 grand.
Okay.
because of what you're ordering and where you're going. And then you're going skiing, and you're driving around, and you probably rented a car, or you have a chauffeur, or you have this or that, and maybe you want to go a little bit shopping. You know, maybe you want to go down to the luxury stores because you're in a luxury location, surrounded by luxury people doing luxury things. So you want to go like to Louis Vuitton, or you want to go to here or Hermes or something, and you pick up a 10,000 euro bag because it's like, ooh, special. I'm bored. I have nothing to do. All of a sudden, you know, the 1 week vacation is gone. Your accountant sends you the bill. It's an $80,000 bill. You pay the bill, and you still got like 60 grand left over to spend. And you're not going to really spend that, are you?
No.
So you're going to go back to your normal life. You're going to go to the gym and go to work and do whatever it is you do. And maybe you end up saving like 30 grand a month.
Okay.
Right? And then you put that aside. So what I'm saying is, to give you an example, you can live ridiculously.
Yeah.
And still save money.
Yeah.
And that means that you don't have to do anything because your investments are making enough money that you get enough money to play around.
Yeah.
And you're still saving so much money that your kids don't have to worry about it when you decide to have kids, or if you have kids. Right? Because also if you have children, they're also living in a different bracket.
Yeah, of course
so you're also dishing out different amounts of money.
Okay, of course.
So if you really think about numbers, like, people don't have a good understanding of numbers. People think that if they won $1 million, then they'd be rich.
No, that goes quick.
$1 million in 1 year of student loan payments, tax,
it's nothing.
this and
You're
done. You're gone. So if you say, okay, so times $10 million. $10 million is great, right?
That's
you
like
buy
something
yourself
you
a
could
house,
actually
you buy
work
yourself a car, you pay off all your debt, your loans, your stuff. You still got like a lot of money, maybe $5-6 million left. After all of that, you're good.
Yeah.
Now, if you manage that and you go to work every day, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're in a great place.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, if you start going up that bracket, if you say $100 million, things also start becoming different and squirrely. So, I think people don't have it. Anyway, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Going off on a tangent here, seriously.
Did you hear that I have acid reflux?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes, you've been killing yourself. You've been eating yourself alive. So, guys, if you have blisters in your throat...
So...
Excuse me, can I talk for a second? This man does not... I seriously can sometimes never get a word in edgeways.
Drink rain.
Drink rain. Listen, so this man, what is this? What are you doing right now?
I'm too late with it. Talk.
I can't now. Just pause it, man. What is wrong with you?
Talk.
What is this?
It's fine.
Can I have my moment, please?
Fine.
Can you pause it?
Gosh.
So this man, literally, since I've known him for the last 3.5 years.
Bro. Corona. Keep going.
Yes. Has had throat problems. And listen, for me, it's like every time it was like, I think my throat. And then you get nervous because it's like another 2 weeks of you like not wanting to do anything. 2 weeks. You try to be silent. Yes. Oh my goodness. And we were trying to figure out like what it is. But the healthcare system here is really annoying, right? You can answer. Can you stop, man? You're so annoying. You love being the center of attention, don't you? Oh my God. So he keeps getting sent back because it resolves itself after 2 weeks. But it doesn't resolve itself because it comes back again. And literally many occasions and things and stuff and things have been ruined by his throat issues. And also, for me, it brings anxiety as soon as there is like sickness or as soon as there is any sign of you possibly being sick. I'm like, oh God, here we go, right? And even me, if I feel slightly sick, I'm like, I can't say a word. He cannot know because it's going to be a drama because you don't want to get sick again. Turns out that probably, dude, can you stop? Turns out that probably this whole time, because he eats like a bear. He eats like a bear. I make food for a family. So I'm like I was saying earlier, when I was rudely interrupted. You're really being so annoying.
I'm
right
adding
now.
ambiance. Keep
You're
going.
So terrible. These wonderful steak sandwiches, but I don't make they're like this big. I don't make one for him. I make 10. And I make it with chipotle sauce, which is spicy, with a lot of meat and sour bread. And onions and everything that is sour. Then he drinks liters of this.
Drink rain.
Drink rain. So it's spice, it's sour, it's large quantities.
Speak louder.
Food.
Large quantities of food.
Turns out he's killing himself. Oh no. You are something else. Oh my goodness. So basically he's burning his insides and it's coming up to his throat and causing blistering in his throat and everywhere. And that's where your throat problems are coming from. And no
crazy.
Dutch doctor has ever looked into that. It's
What do they do? Tell him what they do.
paracetamol.
Paracetamol.
2
Paracetamol.
Even when you go to a specialist.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? So to make it very simple for you people out there, 3 years problems. So you go to the doctor and they're like, this is the first time hearing of it. So you could have this, like a bacterial, fungal, viral, whatever it is.
Pause. I need to go. Really. Sorry.
So you go to the doctor and you tell them your story. You know, blisters, this, that. Do you have any other symptoms? No, just pain, sore throat, this and that, right? And then for 3 years, they just keep sending you home. They just send you home. And they say, well, it seems to go away on its own, so it seems like you're fine. But the thing is, if you have a reoccurring problem for this amount of time, even a quarter of the amount of time that I had it, you should start as a doctor thinking, well, it's reoccurring, so something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I've been to multiple doctors. I've even gone to multiple cities,
Yeah.
multiple continents
Yes.
to look and find doctors. And I've gone to private healthcare clinics where they
Health care clinics.
have prescribed me antifungal medication, antibacterial medication, so on and so forth, because it's a sore throat. You don't know what to do with it.
No.
And you know, the thing is, when I say sore throat, I don't mean like mild discomfort. I mean 10 out of 10 pain. Like I swallow my own spit and like I'm white knuckling the table
does
and
it feel
stomping my
like-
foot on the ground because of how much pain I'm in. I can't sleep. I'm on all the pain medication, which is also not good if you have acid reflux, FYI. All the pain medication doesn't do anything. Can't eat, can't sleep, can't talk. Multiple vacations, it's ruined. Multiple singing opportunities, it's ruined. Multiple work opportunity, it's ruined my life.
But listen.
So when you finally get to a specialist,
Mm-hmm.
and then you tell them your story, and the specialist says, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah.
So let's monitor you, give it 2 weeks and come back. So you go back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, bitch, it's still here. What are we going to do? But then that guy is on vacation
Yeah.
and his colleague is there. So then you say, I know that your colleague is on vacation. However, this is the problem and he knows about it. Then this guy says, it's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah. So
Let's start from the beginning. And even if you do get through to something and they do test you and it comes back negative, they say, well, it seems like you're negative, so there's nothing we can do to help.
No.
Now, here's the thing. I could have ended up with severe intestinal damage
Yeah.
that would have led to surgery,
Yeah.
removing parts of my intestines, so on and so forth. And again, if it is acid reflux and I have been diagnosed and then this short treatment that I have, because I've caught it well enough in advance, is a cure, it'll completely alter my life. And I wish, we've spoken about this on previous episodes, I think episode 4 or 5. They need a rating system. If you're going to have like generalized healthcare, you need to be able to rate or talk or tell your experience and just, you know, like we're not being given the help. Like, listen, acid reflux is a really easy thing to solve.
Yeah, but if it's not treated, then it causes a lot of issues. Like it can burn your intestine.
It can burn everything. Your esophagus, your intestines, your
But what
everything.
is it? What did it feel like? Did it do now that you know, or we think we figured out what it is? Does it seriously feel like burning the whole time? Like what was the throat pain like? Is it like swollen? Because when I get a sore throat, it swells. And that's why whenever you told me to look in your throat, I was like, I don't know. Because for me, like seriously, this like starts swelling up.
No, for me,
So
I never noticed any acidity or sourness. I never had any stomach pain. I never noticed anything like that. The only thing that I noticed was, I would wake up in the morning and my throat would be kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then 3-4 days later, it would build. And
Yeah.
then finally on the 5th day, it would be so bad. And then it would last for about a week.
but I'm asking, what did you feel?
So I just felt severe pain. So basically, it felt like this. It felt like you have a blister or an ulcer or some type of cut, open wound that was infected. That's what it feels like. It's that type of like stinging, searing
do you know-
pain, and it's in your throat. And then it's basically like every time you swallow,
Yeah.
you have this open, sensitive wound
Yeah.
that you just rub sandpaper over.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like every single time.
Yeah. But does it not? Because have you ever had like a throat infection?
Yeah, I'm sure I've had multiple throat infections growing up as a kid.
But you don't remember because when you got your tonsils removed, did you have a throat infection at the time or no?
So here's the thing.
Because this is the crazy part, right?
If I had a throat infection / tonsillitis, it would be
Yeah.
convenient that at the same time
Yeah.
I also developed acid reflux.
How did they not check that then?
I don't. But here's the thing.
That's the wild
So
thing.
instead of because listen, it was a 3-year
'Cause they
battle. So
burnt
after
your
the
throat then as well.
after the first year and a half
Yeah.
of throat pain, I ended up with a tonsillectomy because it was so inflamed, so sore, so uncomfortable. And again, like lots of the tests came back negative. So they just decided to cut it out and see what happens. So they cut it out. They botched the surgery. The recovery was a nightmare. And then apparently on top of this,
Yeah.
I had open wounds and a tonsillectomy, but I was clearly still dealing with acid reflux. So you have to
Yeah.
imagine in the middle of the night, I was also being burnt.
Yeah.
That's why
exactly.
it's the most terrible pain that I've ever experienced. And when you start connecting the dots, it starts making sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I used to clear my throat a lot.
And that was your, well, let's call him your
So just so you guys know, when you do that consistently, we just
maybe
found
you're
out.
helping someone,
Yeah,
with
but hey,
this.
you guys
like,
have to understand. If you clear your throat a lot, that is not phlegm, that is acid.
it could be phlegm if it's like if you're having a cold or something like that.
Yeah. But most
But if it's just, if you're struggling with something like
if you're
this,
struggling with severe throat pain, minor throat pain, discomfort, whatever it is,
and you don't know what it is.
you don't know what
like,
it is, you don't have other symptoms, you don't have a fever or a cough or discomfort or chest pain or stomach pain or something.
Because you were never really sick. You were never
But I used to think I was sick all the time. I thought I
Yeah.
was like dying. I thought really something was wrong with me.
Yeah.
And it turns out that, like, again, we'll see now after the treatment if I stop having this problem.
Yeah. How does it feel so far? I feel like you've been improving.
So far,
And we haven't been making
I
the
feel
food
like
that
I
make
have
you.
less discomfort in my throat. I feel like I'm clearing my throat less.
Yeah.
I feel like it's healing.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, like, I have genuine scars in my mouth and throat at the moment because I'm still recovering. And I can feel, there's one, like, that I can feel, and it's closing up, but it's still kind of open. So you just have to imagine that's the one that I can feel now with my tongue.
Yeah, I seen it.
The rest of them, like, they're clearly there.
Yeah.
So it's not just like strep throat. It's not just like irritation.
Yeah,
it's
'cause
not
that's
like
the
an
thing.
allergy or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So
was
you
hard.
have to understand, like, I got cuts
Yeah.
in my throat that are still actively healing, and that's why I think it would come back every 2 weeks, because it's so much easier once the damage has been done to reburn and re-injure.
Yeah. For sure.
So if anybody's out there, man, and you're listening, acid reflux, apparently this is this specific problem that I'm experiencing is found in 30% of people,
Yeah, so it's very common.
and there's different levels of it.
Yeah.
But it can cause, like for me, for example, I'm a very extreme case. So it can cause severe throat pain. It can also, these are my symptoms. Severe throat pain. I developed a skin rash on my face, which is weird.
Yeah, but
I
do you
had
think that's that?
They said it can be.
How does that work? The acidity in your
I don't know. I disagreed with them and I was very angry with their diagnosis, but they said it's possible. And then I asked 4 other doctors and they're like, no, can do it. So throat pain, face rash, just like dryness and stuff, inner ear problems. So like regular ear infections.
Yeah, but that makes sense because that's all connected, yeah.
And severe like sinusitis, like congestion of the sinuses. And if you think about that, like you can confuse sinusitis or a postnasal drip or some type of phlegm as just the common cold or an allergy. Or so you start looking at all the things, but you never think it's coming from your stomach.
No.
Why would you ever think that?
I wouldn't.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Next
subject topic.
Yeah.
So there's a theory. Conspiracy theory time. Wait, hold on, wait. Wait.
What are we talking about now? You need to have this sound effects ready, man.
Right, we need to get a little soundboard. Let's get a little soundboard.
Yeah,
that would make sense. Because, like, look, I want to do this. Conspiracy theory time!
You're such a freak, man.
Dude, we need a soundboard today.
Okay.
So
Christmas is over, so
it's beginning a local
well,
ally.
not for you. It's on 7th.
Chrysler.
Our lights not on. Our fun lights are not on.
Oh no.
Turn them on.
Boom. Conspiracy theory time.
Yes,
Pick a color.
Purple.
We'll go with that.
Yes.
Cool. So there's a series going around saying that, you know, the pedophilia ring associated with Balenciaga and Kanye West and people getting canceled and Jeffrey Epstein and like the Rothschilds that run the world and secret people in black suits that get mixed up as lizard people and all this stuff that's going on.
Yes.
There's a new theory. There's a new development. Theory? Well, they basically say that they communicate in Latin code words.
Oh. How?
So I've loaded a couple of Latin code words.
But where, how, and when?
For subliminal manipulation and hypnosis.
Okay.
So the most...
But like in news or in like...
In everything. You'll see. Just watch. Pay attention. Okay? Follow along, everyone. Play along. Oh, toodles. So listen. The first 2...
Okay.
I'm just going to get you in there. This is one of the most common ones.
Okay, I want to
Did you know that Sony is the Latin word for sound?
Okay.
Crazy, right?
No.
Why?
I mean...
But you would never think that... You know, it's funny, like, when you think, how do you come up with these names? It's like, no, this is just... Sony is a entertainment company. It's a sound company. They make speakers and
okay, but
televisions.
Cool. That's... yes, but
I'm getting you in there.
You're getting me
in
there.
I'm dripping you in there. Just relax. So Sony means sound, right? Never would have thought about that.
Okay,
Did you know that, Visa cards to spend money?
Spending.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Did you know that Visa cards,
seen.
if you take away the A, so first of all, Visa is seen, take away the A, you want.
Really?
Yes.
Why did my accent do that?
Really? So basically, it's you see, you want. What you see, you want.
Oh my God.
And you don't even know that this is going on. So you say Visa, 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 like, oh, I see and I want. I see and I want.
Visa makes sense. Like it's like Spanish.
Great.
Oh no, it's not.
The next one is Google. The name Google
means
Google, go have fun.
Are you serious?
It means go have fun. So go search, go have fun. And it's insane that nobody thinks about this. You think,
Who found this out?
Hold on.
Did you find it on TikTok again?
No. I'm an independent news reporter from
TikTok.
Zimbabwe. My name is Professor Nkosi.
Oh, God.
Listen. Yeah, I don't want to bring him back. Listen. You think, how do you come up with Google? Google. That's such a weird name. Who thinks of Google?
That's very true.
And then you find out the translation means go have fun. What do you think about it?
Pretty cool, but is that it? Is that all the words that they use?
No.
Okay.
There's more.
I want to know more.
Now we get into the juicy bits. Do you like juicy bits?
You heard that right.
I like juicy bits.
Of course you do.
The bittier and juicier, the better.
Drip.
For anybody that doesn't know, your clothes are fire. Your jewelry is icy, and that's why it's called drip. Pew, 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 pew. I need a soundboard.
You do. You really love it, don't
I love
you?
it. Pew, pew. Okay, let's go. And you know what? I'll give you a specialized button for when I interrupt you. You can just be like,
shut the fuck up.
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. We'll do that, yes?
Yes.
Cool. So, getting into the juicy bits. We have 5 juicy bits. It's a lot of juicy bits. So the first one is
Number 1.
Amazon.
Love Zone. Love Zone?
Love Zon. So you ask yourself, who is Zon?
Who is Zon?
Do you know who Zon is?
I do not know.
Would you like to know who Zon is?
But why did they... yes.
Would you like to know who Zon is?
Yes, I would like to know who Zon is.
Zon.
Yes.
So Zon is actually a Greek god
Yes.
who possesses one of the most twisted and evil minds in the great beyond. His position as god of pain is well earned, and he has been the root of countless tortures, murders, and worse throughout time.
Okay.
Amazon.
Love Zon.
Loves on. It's kind of funny, don't you think? Like, it's a delivery company that sends you stuff, and it's like he's marking it like loves on.
That is quite funny.
Ding. Right? Regards, Zon.
Zon.
You like
Okay.
your new iPhone? Zon.
Okay, but then so
So they communicate.
what else? Is
Well-
there more? Because how do they communicate like that? Is it subliminal messaging like in energy?
It's
like,
subliminal messaging and energy, because check this one out. So if you look at
Okay.
Balenciaga, Baal is the king.
But Baal, who's Baal?
Did I misspell it? Hold on. I think it's also another like devil.
Play the ball.
Baal is the king.
Okay.
And then there's another one.
But who's Baal?
Nickelodeon. I don't care about God.
Okay.
And then there's another one. Gucci. There is an owl.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Gucci. There is an owl.
Is this serious?
Do you know Illuminati?
Yes, they worship the owl. God.
There is an owl.
Where is the owl?
And did you know that there was a big event that Alex Jones actually like party crashed, I guess, where all of these people, like the Clintons were there and the Rothschilds were there and all of these elite Hollywood and political and businessmen were there, and they were wearing like wizard outfits. They were wearing like cloaks,
Yeah.
and they were burning it like Burning
You
Man.
told me that. Yeah.
They were burning a giant owl god made out of wood, a giant owl effigy, like 30 feet tall, like 15 meters tall.
Yeah.
And they were speaking some weird language, and they were standing around it, burning this in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, you told me about this.
And Alex Jones filmed it. There's real footage out there.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
But like, who's Baal then? Can we figure out who Baal is? Because like Bohemian Grove. That's that, right? Why is it called Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Rhapsody,
What about that?
Freddie Mercury.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with the stuff.
Bed with for equivalent of
Check it out.
It took
They're standing there in outfits, burning this owl.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who's they?
Elitists.
Can they see like who they are?
This is footage taken from Alex Jones's phone.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But like, can you identify the people? Can they identify the people though?
They can, and the Clintons were there.
George T. Let's see. List of Bohemian Club. But why is it Bohemian? I'd like to understand that. Can you look up what Bohemian means in Latin?
Read it.
A socially unconventional person, especially one who is involved in the arts. Okay. Warhol artist and Bohemian. He worked in 1960s. Okay.
Adidas.
You give to God.
You give to God.
But that's weird. Like, what are they trying to do then? That's what I don't understand.
It's indoctrination, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, but how? Like, what is
Well,
the
if you
end
think
game?
about Visa, right? So
yeah.
they're trying to say you want, you go, you buy, you see, you like. Go, 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 go. And if you look at other companies or other names or other words that they use in everyday life,
Yeah.
it's like reject God or praise Zon or whatever this is.
Yeah.
And if you look at like the Bible, did you know that the Bible references that this earth, the world,
Yeah.
is controlled by Satan?
Yes.
They talk about that openly. They say that this world is controlled by Satan, and Satan will try to corrupt you and indoctrinate you, and you must be a child of God, and you must blah, 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 and never say his name in vain, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like Satan's job to be like a Loki type character,
Yeah.
to try to be mischievous and evil and turn you away from the path of good. And that's why it's directly linked to these elitists,
Yeah.
these billionaires, these Hollywood types
Yeah.
that are trying to indoctrinate children or
Yeah.
trying to, use secret code words or, even get into the music industry to try to
Yeah.
get at like a 13-year-old guy or a boy to make it look cool to be whatever. Like in the Bible, they would be homosexual or they would be refusing God or becoming agnostic and
Yeah.
using his name in vain. Like, and it's like this battle of good and evil.
Yeah.
And some conspiracy theorists take it too far and say, like, lizard people.
Yeah. I mean, we've spoke about that.
We've spoken about it, but it's like it's like a language game almost.
Yeah.
But I think there is something going on. Like,
yeah,
if you look
for
at
sure. It makes
Balenciaga,
sense.
like,
It's a bit too coincidental, right?
what do you mean?
That all of that stuff means something in Latin.
But it's too coincidental that that stuff means something in Latin. The things are happening with Balenciaga. People who speak out of it go missing.
Yeah.
Like, Kanye West is missing.
Really? Is he missing
he's
now?
Missing.
Are you serious? Is he missing now?
Kanye West is missing.
Are you sure that he's
Yeah.
actually missing right now? Are you serious? Are you serious?
They can't find him.
What?
So whether he just went off by himself and he's like, I'm out, I'm taking nobody doesn't
No
tell anybody where he's going.
no.
But like, it's just fun. Like, I don't think he's been harmed, or maybe he's been in some meetings. Naughty, 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 Kanye.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
But the thing is, we've spoken about this in length. Like, why wouldn't there be over 100,000 years, like, a greedy manipulation and gathering of power and resources, money
No, but that
would
makes
then
sense.
create like little.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Of course it does. Like, we don't know where they come from.
No.
Like, it's not like because how sometimes you wonder how are these billionaires suddenly billionaires. You know what I mean? Like, it has to come from somewhere. I was just thinking, like, when you were talking about this, if you think about Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
for example, you can tell he's not part of it because he talks openly about it and he's not in that circle. Does that make sense?
Yes and no, because Joe Rogan has been accused, even by some of his friends on the show,
Really? See, I don't know.
not necessarily of being a part of it, but of in recent years of his rise to fame,
Yeah.
kind of talking less about it.
Really?
Because he used to be crazy. He used to be
Yeah.
like us. And then somebody, I think it was Duncan Trussell, said, wouldn't you be the perfect person to approach?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
And then Joe says, well, if I was, I would immediately talk about it. But you can't.
No.
Because like, if this is such a giant organization, wouldn't they just threaten his kids and his
Because,
family?
like, how do they choose? Like, for example, are the Kardashians, they must be part of it, no?
Well, people
they? 'Cause
were
they're a
denouncing
big icons.
People were denouncing Kim Kardashian because she took a week to speak out on the Balenciaga thing, saying that she wanted to hear the full story. But it's more likely that
She knew
her
the full
contracts and she knew what was going on,
Yeah.
and they had to figure out a PR way to like get her out of it, right?
Because like if you look at, for example, Megan Fox and
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun
there
Kelly.
you go. It's another
because
example.
Right now, they're the couple, right? They are the it couple at the moment. One of the it couples.
Mm-hmm.
And they are doing some weird shit right now.
And no offense to Machine Gun Kelly, but he was never really that famous. Like he was in
No.
in the music game for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he signed a contract, like he sold his soul. And he's got a new look, and they drink each other's blood, and they're indoctrinating children, and they're talking openly about drugs, and
Yeah, it's just it's all a bit strange. And then when you think of all these celebrities, they're in their own bubble, which makes sense, obviously, because you hang out with the people near you,
100%.
and that understand you. But also, like, it's also funny that politically, most of these people are all on the same page. Most. And if you're not, then
Something
it's
happens to
but
you.
to be fair, like if you think about it as well, it's like if you think about comedians, they don't seem to be on this page. Yes? And then if you think about artists, so people in music, people in politics, people in just high positions like Jeff Bezos, but then who is Elon Musk? Because Elon Musk is not Elon Musk
There we go.
is speaking out against this. So is he then
How
a
is he
separate-
speaking out against
Well, not
it?
against it, but you can tell he's not necessarily.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you
Yeah.
look at Joe Rogan, I would categorize him as the same thing as Elon Musk. They don't speak against this organization.
No, but they don't.
and they don't speak out.
condone it.
So maybe they've been approached, and they've just been like, hey, just avoid certain topics
Yeah.
when they come up. And because they know that they would never become a member.
Yeah.
Like they know that if they try to get Joe in, like he's a stubborn asshole and he would never want to be a part of something like that.
No.
So then maybe they just say, hey, Joe, like certain things, shush. Because if you've ever heard Elon Musk talk about aliens, he just goes like this. Nope, they don't exist.
That's true.
No evidence. They suck. Move on. And you can ask him about Oreos and he'll go on for 15 minutes. But if you ask him about aliens, he's like, nope.
Speaking of Oreos, they're poisoning us. Did you know that?
I did know that.
There's like ammoniac or something. You've got to look it up. There's something in it, and it's been around for years. And now that's another conspiracy thing, that they've been poisoning us with Oreos.
Read it.
While Oreo are relatively low in chocolate poisoning. No, that's bull. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, here, ammonia, toxic. Dutch cacao factory uses toxic the Dutch one.
Right.
Of course it's the freaking Dutch. I swear the Dutch are the evilest. I feel like they're becoming more evil the more I look into it. Like
hilarious.
it's so true. Yeah, Dutch cacao factory
They're
has
trying to
been
kill us with acid
mixing
reflux and Oreos.
in ammonia with Oreo cookies, but for years. Yeah. But is it not happening in
Well, here's a crazy question. Do you think they give you freedom of choice and then corrupt certain things? Like, for example, fast food, Oreos, chocolates, sweets. We all know that this is quote unquote bad for us.
Yeah.
But do you think that they just throw it out there because the weak will gravitate towards it?
How do you
Therefore,
mean?
the weak will become fat, slow, indoctrinatable.
But I mean, I feel everybody's eaten an Oreo before, or some Oreos. So
Yeah. But I'm saying like in larger quantities, right? So let's say for example, the vaccine.
yeah,
Let's imagine that they created this vaccine for people who would get it so that it would affect them and the free thinkers would be safe. So it's the same thing with Oreos. Like
yeah,
they put poison in Oreos so that fat people who choose Oreos or weak people who choose Oreos, like on a consistent basis, will become less healthy and less fertile and less this and less that. Maybe it's a way of like population control. I don't know.
but like, oh, you mean like more like survival of the fittest type of thing?
Right?
Maybe.
Because when I say this, the other side of the argument, like the devil's advocate, like people who don't like me, will say, but wouldn't they want to keep the easily indoctrinated people and the weak people
Exactly, around.
alive, and then
Yeah.
get rid of the people that are free thinkers,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because they are the problem.
They're the problem. We're stirring shit right now.
But also, what if you need both sides to create enough tension so that
True.
nobody focuses
To
on
get a
anything?
divide. Oh man, there's so much going on. Also, the Vatican Pope died the other day.
Francis.
I don't know what the fuck his name is.
Did Francis die?
Yes. The Pope.
Oppo.
Pope.
Papa.
Pop dies. Pop dies. Pop-Tart dies. Yes.
Wow.
Benedict is no longer.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, in the new year. So
Damn
date
it.
of death. The first. The
He didn't make
31st.
it. He partied too hard.
He partied too hard.
He was with too many little boys doing too
my
much cocaine,
God.
and his heart gave out.
How old was he? Old man or no?
Why
What
do
is
we
his
let
job
this happen?
even?
Why?
What
Hold
does
on.
he even do?
Why he hides priests
Priests.
that molest boys? That's all he does.
It's so
He goes,
weird,
"Oh,
right?
you got caught from molestation. You go get to work here now."
But how weird is it? Why is it like a common thing that popes molest children?
Well, there's one pope. You mean priests?
Priests.
Like people in the church,
Yes.
people of the cloth, men of the cloth.
Weird.
It's so strange.
It's so strange.
But what's more strange is that they were discovered.
Yeah.
The Vatican
Yeah.
was exposed for.
I want to go. Let's go. Can we go?
We can go. The
Soon?
Vatican was exposed for taking like serial molesters or pedophiles that would like molest multiple, like 6-7 boys.
Why is
And when they
pedophilia a
got
thing?
caught, they said, "Okay, we'll throw him in jail. We'll hand him." And then they just 3 months later, he's working in a different region of the world. Nobody knows. And then he just continues to do the same. And they just move these people around.
These priests.
None of them actually get in trouble.
It's
So then,
just
if you look at it, right?
yeah.
Another position of power, religious power,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. And then it's the same thing as Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. It's why is pedophilia come back all
And
the
it's
time?
the same thing as
But
Balenciaga.
what's the power in pedophilia?
But
why is that a thing?
what-
Why does
what
that
if
come
it's-
back?
But what if it really does have something to do with like drinking baby blood and like staying young? Or what if, like stem cells, you have to get it from fetuses or placenta? What if this is how the Illuminati clones people?
But
Because
then,
the Illuminati has
but
been...
then what has to do? Is it not pedophilia? Is it just because there are?
Maybe it's just harvesting.
Oh, do you hear the feedback? I heard.
Your phone. Oh my God, that's such an old school effect. That's like
Yeah.
old school dial up and you're about to get a phone call.
No, but like there are people that spoke out on the Jeffrey Epstein thing, and like, or are they just being told to tell other things when actually they're not being molested, but they're being harvested?
Jeffrey Epstein has a book
Yes.
of all the people that visited his island.
Yeah. That's weird.
That book is in the possession of the FBI.
Yes.
That book has not been allowed to be looked at.
Why? Like, what? Is the FBI on their side? I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on.
Because the book
Why
contains
is this
the
all
names.
such a mess?
The book contains the names of people like Donald Trump, Hillary and Bill Clinton,
Did Donald Trump go there?
Obama,
Yeah.
Ellen.
DeGeneres.
Frequent visitor.
DeGeneres.
Yes.
Really?
All the time.
How do you know this?
Because I know things.
But how? No, seriously. How do you know this?
No, research has come out about it. And then what happens is you have these ultra conspiracy theorists which start trying to look for things that aren't there.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but sometimes even a crazy person can tell the truth sometimes.
But then it's more believable, right? It's more believable that these are not all pedophiles. Like, come on.
Yeah, what are the
Are-
chances that everybody just likes kids?
It's weird.
Or what if it's just like a hard reality that becoming a member of this thing will give you everything that you want and more, but you just have to like harvest kids for some purpose?
Yeah.
What if it's sacrifices?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Because like what if, right? hypothetically, there is a Satan, or
Yeah.
there is a Zon, or there is a Baal, or something.
Who is Baal? I want to know who Baal is.
We'll Google it in a second. But what if you have to give tribute or sacrifice to him in order to keep your organization alive
Yeah.
and to keep your position of power? And what if that is the quote unquote selling your soul away
Yeah.
because you're committing the ultimate sin, right? And then you get everything that you want in return. And then that's the society. And that's why when you speak out about it, you go missing. Or when you try to leave the thing, you die. Or when you get caught, you commit suicide. What is that?
But what's the link with the Jews now? Because like I'm so lost. Like
No,
what?
so that's the thing. That's where conspiracy theorists are also destroying the ability to find the truth.
Yes.
Because they say that the Hollywood and the elites are all Jewish,
Okay.
which 70% of them, they run Hollywood,
Really?
right? And look, culturally,
Yeah. They're
Jewish
good
people
with money.
band together
Yeah.
because of, like, listen, half because of the adversity that they've gone through,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
other
yeah.
half just because of, like, personality traits, culture.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But that's with any culture, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
well, no, with Jewish people,
Yeah.
they are a very tight-knit community.
Yeah.
Jewish people will only use Jewish people for business.
Yeah.
That's,
Really.
That's how they work.
That's so
If you're
funny.
Jewish, you have a Jewish doctor. And if you're Jewish, that Jewish doctor has a Jewish accountant. And the Jewish accountant has a Jewish jeweler. And a Jewish jeweler has a Jewish PA. And they're all Jewish.
Jewish.
They stay. And if anybody needs business,
Yeah.
right? Like, let's say you're an accountant
Yeah.
and your friend is a Jew,
Yeah.
right? They're going to go and they're going to find all these non-Jewish people. And they're going to be like, I got the best jeweler. You got to come to him.
Yeah.
I got the
yeah,
best
yeah.
accountant. I have the best doctor. And then they bring each other business.
Yeah.
And then they all meet up on the 4,000 holidays they get per year.
Yeah, that's so true. They have got like 1 million.
They have 1 million fucking holidays. Every time I speak to my Jewish friends, they're like, sorry, I can't do it. I'm on holiday for 3 days. Like, you just
Shabbat.
got out of a
What is
fucking
it?
holiday.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, look, I wouldn't be surprised if after a long, because Jewish people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're very capable, very smart people.
smart people. Yeah.
So
good
I
with
wouldn't be
money.
surprised if, like, after 100 years of being in LA and Hollywood, that they just kind of banded together and they control the media companies and the news outlets and, like, the auditionings and the stuff, because they just hand it around to each other. Like,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Well, like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
But then conspiracy theorists say that anybody that has power is evil.
Yeah.
So Joe Rogan, because he's got money, is evil.
Evil. Yeah.
Everyone's evil.
But
if you
that's
have
where
money.
what I mean. Like there has to be like a line, right? There has to be like a split. Like not everybody in that scene turns evil or is Satan's worshipper, but lots of them are, right? So where does that line? Like how elite are you? Is this the billionaires and then they've got their little messengers?
Well, you
like
said something
Machine
about
Gun Kelly?
comedians. You said
and-
something about comedians, and I think the reason
Yeah.
why comedians are not allowed in the club would
Because they
be
make fun of it. Like they're jokey.
right
jokey.
because they're jokey. They cannot really influence that much change
No.
because they're being funny.
funny. True.
Right? And if you look at a music artist,
Artists
it's something that
are
little kids look up to.
And that's what you want. So it's I don't know, it's just all very suspicious.
The same
and then
thing
you've
with
got the
TV
very
actors. You look up to
powerful-
them. Like when I was 13 years old,
Yeah.
I looked up to all these great actors and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but then you've got like, you know, the big billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and all these people. And they've got their influence because of, you know, the amount of money and resources and stuff that they have. But then like if you look at Elon Musk, it's like is different, no? It's like, because I feel like when we talk about him, he's always seems to be on a similar page as what we sort of believe, right? So why would he push that message if is that to create controversy?
Which message?
Maybe. Like, because if you think about what's happening with Ukraine and Russia and all that, right? He was like, hey, guys, why don't we just stop, right? Basically. And he's going against the Democrats, really, because he's firing them, the two woke people. So is that his job to create diversion? Could that be it? Or is it really just he's on his own planet and doing his own thing?
It would make sense to me that if this was real,
Yeah.
they would have some serious professionals handling the
course.
situation.
Yeah.
And maybe they have risk assessments.
Yeah.
And maybe one day they sat around their table and the Elon Musk file hit the table
Yeah.
and they were like, he's not fit for application,
Yeah.
but we do need to monitor him.
Yeah.
and make sure that he doesn't do too much. And maybe they just let him play.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Like,
Just to cause a little bit of
when you
ripple.
look at Kanye West, when he starts speaking out,
Because Kanye is also...
it's dangerous. Then the
Yeah.
Kanye West file hits the table, and
Yeah.
all these professionals say, "How are we going to deal with this?"
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
You know what it is? It's so believable that this is going on. Like, honestly, I would almost find it hard not to believe.
Right?
Because if you look at Bill Gates, he had like conferences and stuff, and I think you can even find them on YouTube.
Oh, he's heavily into
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Where he's talking about vaccines and transmitting like a
From 2007.
virus, to see what it does to the population. And I mean, it's like people are sort of like, no, that didn't happen, but it did. So why are we being stupid?
Well, if you're talking about, oh no, that didn't happen,
Because that's what people do. They block it out. They don't want to know.
Corona.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean.
No, but we just came out one of
That's
the
what I'm
biggest
saying.
scandals of all time.
Yeah, but that was Bill Gates was planning something like
No,
that.
but listen, it lasted 3 years.
Yeah.
It
two and a half.
shut down the world.
Yeah.
There was controversy about if you're not vaccinated, you should die. If you are vaccinated, you're one of us.
Yeah.
There was saying hundreds of thousands of people are dying a day. Every single week, we were entering a new level of danger, a new strain.
Yeah.
The world was on fire. We were all gonna die. Stay in. And then one day, it went away.
Yeah.
But Corona's still out there, guys.
Yeah,
it's still the same
there.
threat level that it was when it first came out.
Yeah, no, but the vaccine saved everyone.
No, it didn't.
But that's what they believe.
No, but that's what they want to push.
Yeah,
The
but that's what I
vaccine made
mean.
the vaccine made big pharma trillions of dollars. That's what happened, right? But if you look at it, like Corona is still the same level of danger as it
Yeah.
always has been,
Yeah.
but it's not around anymore. And instead of everyone banding together, instead of the village coming together saying, "Hey, that was some crazy shit. We should talk to the leader and be like, hey, bro, what was really going on?" Instead of us doing that, we're all so ready to get back to our arguments and our relationships, our jobs, our
But we're also ready
aspirations.
to look at the next problem.
Yeah. So you're saying like it's the people's fault.
Yeah.
People blind themselves from the obvious.
Yeah.
And what's so sad is that you do have people like that wear tin hats
Yeah.
and talk about Bigfoot.
But
Right?
listen, but
But then even those those tin hat people find the truth sometimes. And then it's hard to believe them. But when it finally comes out, like MK Ultra, the whole world for a week is like, oh my God, and then they forget about
no,
it.
but not even that. Some people still don't believe it. Like, listen, if somebody from my family, for example, let's take somebody from my family, and they watch this podcast right now, they're gonna be like, oh my God, Manouk is going too far. She's lost it.
But they have blinders on.
But like, and for me, it's like it's so in your face. Like it's so in your face, and I mean, maybe it's not true, but how almost could it not be true?
Look at this. Your family, one of your family members like to sail.
Yeah.
And if you look at sailing,
Yeah.
it's a little membership club. It's
Yeah.
like the Boy Scouts.
Exactly. It's like
You
the
find
Bohemian
people who
Club.
like doing what you do.
Yeah.
You band together. You go and do this thing together. You talk about this thing. You make rules for this thing. You pay for this thing. Nobody's allowed in unless you wear the right clothes and do the right thing and say the right stuff. And then what's
elitist
different?
thing. It's
Yeah, but what's different from like sailing
yeah.
to Boy Scouts? And what's different from the Boy Scouts to religion? And what's different from religion to Skull and Bones or Illuminati? Like, why wouldn't there be?
Of course, there is. It would be silly to think that all the billionaires don't know each other
Come on.
and hang out together.
You have $500
And-
billion.
and
You don't
listen,
meet up with each other?
These are the most important, or they have the most control because they've got all the resources. So,
They're coming for us.
it's the first Monday of the month.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands, they test the sirens here because they're going to flood any day because cows fart too much. If you don't think... Let's start slow. Let's baby steps for people who don't believe and people who look at us like we're crazy. Do you think that rich and famous people hang out together?
Yes, for sure.
Cool. Do you think that if you ran Fortune 500 companies, that you would chat about business?
Of course.
Right? So like if I own Unilever, which creates Kit Kat and all these different things, if Unilever speaks to Coca-Cola and like we're the guys, do you think that we could be like, hey, if you sell this or if you promote that, I'll help you out, we'll make more money?
Of course.
That happens, right?
Yeah.
Because if it happens on a small scale, like one Jewish jewelry seller to another,
Yeah.
they cut each other deals
Yeah, of course.
so that they
do.
can both benefit. You make money, I
Yeah.
make money. Yeah, happy. I'll see you at Shabbat.
Yeah.
So if it happens on a small scale, it happens on a large scale.
Yeah.
Now, it happens in politics.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't one president talk to another president about some confidential shit regarding, I don't know, whatever, abortion or economics or finance or military or whatever it may be, healthcare, I don't know. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Now, there's evil people out there, right? Harvey Weinstein exists.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein exists. So if Jeffrey Epstein has something that Harvey Weinstein wants, would they not meet up?
Of course.
Because drug dealers exist, right?
Yeah.
Human trafficking
It's
exists.
but it's all the same thing. It's all.
Hold on, I'm baby steps for the people that don't believe. Can we all agree that there's little groups? There's membership clubs all over the world.
Yeah.
There's membership clubs for painting figurines.
Yeah.
There's membership clubs all over the world. Now, if you're a billionaire and you've been passed down a position of power for centuries,
Yeah.
from the 1400s,
Yeah. But that's
of
what I mean.
power, influence, politics, kings, queens, whatever it may be, you know other people like that.
Yeah, of course. You're all in the same circle.
So let's say you start small. You're the king of Saudi Arabia and you want to build Dubai. And you don't really care about the well-being of the people who build it, the workers, right? So you just create a deal because you're blind.
Yeah.
You create a deal, you say, okay, how many trillion? Build it. Then those people are slaves.
Yeah.
You've created slavery. So as a trickle-down effect, as a result of you making a decision, you've affected people's lives. Just like having an iPhone, just
Yeah.
like eating chocolate, you know, the farmers, the cacao, the diamonds, whatever it is. So how far does that scale go?
Yeah.
Does it actually reach pedophilia and like human and trafficking? And because Jeffrey Epstein got caught.
Yeah. Yeah, but then why does he get caught also? If they're trying to hide it.
Maybe he wasn't playing along anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sense of blackmail. Like maybe like you have to sacrifice a kid
Yeah.
and they film you.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you ever speak out against us, we have this against you.
Yeah.
And then maybe if you try to speak out against them, they kill your kid.
Yeah.
Because that's
I don't know.
happened, right?
Because why would they put it on the show? Why would they prosecute him? Is that someone that just finds out that's out of the loop? Like,
Because
is
the
it-
mafia exists. The
Yeah.
mafia ran and built New York City.
Yeah.
They built it on drugs. The
Yeah.
mafia ran and built New York City. That's
Yeah.
what they're responsible for. What's the difference between the mafia and the Illuminati? It's a
Yeah.
members-only club that does some crazy shit for a crazy reason that
Yeah.
you don't know.
No.
And if you try to leave the mafia, they come after you. And if you try to go against the mafia, they kill you and your whole family.
Yeah.
So when you look at the Clinton body count, I think it's at 37. 37 people who've worked with the Clintons have died.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. But that's why, like, I don't know, because then why would they put it in the news if they want to keep it a secret? You
Yeah.
know?
So
That's
all I'm
like-
saying is like, listen, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat and saying the earth is flat and there's lizard people running the world and they're poisoning people with vaccines. I'm not saying that. But the problem is that those people exist on this end of the spectrum, and then there's other people that just want to live their life and not be bothered with this, that just live with blinders on.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of wiggle. There's a lot of wiggle room
Yeah. There
in the
is.
middle. There's
Yeah.
some people that believe in aliens,
Yeah.
but don't believe in whatever, like the vaccine, I guess.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it's crazy because you believe in these elitist groups, but you don't think that they could be doing evil shit.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Like, so it's very
It's
flawed.
all over the place.
And I just feel like that should be the end of the show because you're wiggling.
I know. I'm so over it, man.
Why do you do this?
I don't know. I need to go check it out because it's too much.
Why do you do this?
It's really frustrating.
Wiggle when you need to go to the bathroom.
Just because I need to, like.
Okay, tell them for hey, Happy New Year and say sign us out. Wait.
Happy New Year. Happy New
Wait.
Year. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What is this? It's terrible. That's a triangle, so it would be perfect.
No. Okay. Well, just say
Well,
thank you.
Yes, exactly. Why you do this,
Just
man?
say thank you.
Thank you and farewell, my lovely followers and subscribers. Do not forget to like, subscribe, follow and like. Watch.
Enjoy. Laugh.
Comment,
live.
laugh,
Love.
live, loof,
Happy
laugh.
New Year's.
Happy New
Kiss
Year.
your
Happy New Year.
friends on the butt.
Yep.
Thank you for not joining. Thank you for joining us and not canceling us.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I gotta go.
Also, if we stop talking about topics like this,
Fuck.
we've been approached.
Yes.
So
Okay. Bye.
let's find out. Bye.